Hi, my name is Danny with DD Fitness, and today I got an install video that's going to be courtesy of GMWD. They just sent me the upgrade kit for the GMWD LE08 leg extension curl machine to convert the 1.0 over into the 2.0. So most of the early adopters, they got it. I was one of them. I just got just a regular seat that didn't adjust. For me, it didn't bother me, but it did limit the amount of people that could be able to buy this machine. Now with the 2.0 that's out in the market, it does accommodate for taller people, but for some of the early adopters, they're just stuck with what they have. GMWD decided to have an upgrade kit to be able to convert your 1.0 into a 2.0. So this video is going to show you how to remove the old one and how to install it. It only takes about 15 to 20 minutes to do it. It probably took me a little bit longer because I had a little problem trying to get the backrest frame back on there. But once you get it back on there, it's a smooth setup and everything will work just the way it is. So let's go ahead and look at the video and let's show you what you get in the kit. Okay, so in the box, you're going to get several items. Now, GMWD does package it very nice and well. The first thing that you see me pulling out is the adjuster for the seat. We now have a new backrest frame. And the reason why we do have a new backrest frame is because we now have a pull pin for the seat adjuster, and we also have the hose for the linear bearings. We also have the instruction manual, which is just one page and some hardware, and we do get a new seat. Now, the reason why you are getting a new seat is because on the back, the screw holes will be in a different position for the adjusters, so they will not be the same as for your 1.0 version. So this is all the kit right here, and these are going to be the hardware that you have right here. All right, so the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is remove that backrest. I am using a 13mm bolt to remove it. And we are done with that, and let's go ahead and pull that off. And now the next thing to work on is the backrest frame. Now I am using a 16mm bolt to remove this. This is going to be for the hinge. And we're just going to go ahead and just slide this right on out. You might have to pull the pull pin to make sure you get it out. And now it's time to install the new one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this set back up on that pin that's at the bottom. I'm sorry, the spring that's at the bottom. It's the low spring, so when you move it from leg extension to prone, the spring helps support the movement. Now, I did have a little bit of trouble trying to get it back on just because I couldn't remember how it's set on the spring, so I made it harder than it needed to be, but eventually I figured it out, and now we're getting that bolt put back in. Again, we are using the 16mm bolt, and we're done with that frame. All right, so the next thing that we're going to go ahead and work on is the adjuster. Now, the two rods will be loose. Do not tighten those until you get them in place. The reason is because that slot needs to be able to slide around with the stopper on there to get on the back end of the backrest. So it needs to be loose for the rods to go in, and then once you get the rods in place, then you go ahead and tighten them up. And as you can see, we're pretty much done with that part. Now the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is put on the little stoppers. The screws, the Allen bolts that I'm using, I used a T40 torque wrench, so that way it would just be nice and tight on there. And we're going to go ahead and get that second one put in. And we're done. Now, the one thing I really do like that GMWD did do with this is that the adjuster is actually on linear bearings for the rods. So it's not just in a slot adjusting back and forth. It's actually on a linear bearing. Now, the last thing that we're going to do is go ahead and put this backrest on. Again, the screws that the bolts that we are using is a 13mm bolt. There's 4 of them. And we're just going to go ahead and just get those nice and tight. And that's it. We are done. Now, there is a little bit of a wiggle right here, but that wiggle is always there. I just never noticed it because I never had a reason to have to move the seat while it's in the extension. The only time I ever noticed the wiggle in the backrest is when it's actually in the leg prone position, when you're doing those leg curls and you're having to hold yourself and you feel that adjustment. So that wiggle is the same wiggle that you feel. And there you have it, a nice looking new upgrade for the 1.0 to now turn it into the LE08 2.0. All right, so I already have the seat rest on there, or the backrest on there, and I have it pulled all the way back. Everything feels nice and good. And we're just gonna go ahead and just test out moving the seat up a little bit. And you can see it's just a very easy, nice turn. And everything still feels nice and solid from one adjustment to the other. No change into how the system itself operates. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and test it out in the leg prone position. Again, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it all the way back down like I'm used to. Everything feels nice and good, just like it should. And I'm just gonna test it out just to see how it feels with just the seat braced up a little bit. And the one thing that I did notice is that when I did raise it up, I had a bit of a different feel in my leg curls. Just because my body's now adjusted slightly different. And I'm not in that full 15-degree angle that the 1.0 initially had before the adjuster. Nice. Okay, so there you have it. As I mentioned, this was a very easy install. It only took maybe about 15-20 minutes to actually get the old backrest off and put the new one on. I'm really excited about this new upgrade. It brings new life to my machine for the gym. And it's also going to allow for other people to be able to feel more comfortable with the seat now that it can be adjustable. So my name is Danny with DD Fitness, and I hope you have a wonderful day.